Australia needs a Doge because our government is inefficient and wasteful. Let's talk about it. Isn't it amazing how the cost of living crisis seems to affect everybody apart from our bureaucrats? While the Australian people are struggling to pay their bills, there seems to be more than enough money for bureaucrats to order handcrafted desks costing tens of thousands of dollars. And what do our bureaucrats do with a $20,000 desk? Well, they put it in storage. I wish I was joking, but that little story revealed in the news recently is just the latest example of government excess. And here's the scary part. We are now so accustomed to government waste that people aren't even surprised anymore. The desk was commissioned under a Liberal government and it was put into storage under the Albanese government. Labor, Liberal, they are both the same. Your money, monopoly money. Neither of them can tell the difference anymore. Albanese, he came to office promising fiscal responsibility, while he splurged $500 million of your money on a referendum that we all knew would fail. Is it any wonder the public service plays fast and loose with our tax dollars when those at the top spend like a drunken sailor? The only difference between these bureaucrats and drunken sailors is that they never sober up. The government pumps more than $1 billion a year into the ABC despite the fact that it is losing viewers. The government finds $600 million of your money down the back of the couch to fund a football team in Port Moresby.
Well, we learned today that this idiot is now going to spend $600 million on a football team in Papua New Guinea. Rubbish.
And to add insult to injury, government-approved departments spent a lazy $450,000 on welcome to country ceremonies over the past few years. But like I said, none of this is a surprise. It barely raises an eyebrow anymore. We have become so accustomed to our money being wasted that we are only surprised when it is not wasted. Now, President Trump, he won in a landslide by promising to drain the swamp and to cut excess spending in the public service.
Drain the swamp, and that's what we're doing. Now, when I said it, it sounded very easy, and it was going to happen real fast. I didn't know the swamp was this dirty and this deep. I didn't know about the swamp creatures being as bad as they are. They're bad. But nobody can believe what we've been able to do. And I don't really believe anybody else could have done it. Drain the swamp. We're not finished yet, but we're getting really close.
Within a month of taking office, he put Elon Musk in charge of Doge to root out the waste, and the results, my goodness, they have been astonishing. We've been astonished not only by the scale of waste, but by the visceral reaction from bureaucrats upset that suddenly their use of public money was being scrutinized.
First, just tell us about this email and what it was like receiving it and what you all have talked about after getting it.
Sure. I got this email Saturday afternoon, about 3 p.m., and I felt absolutely infuriated getting this email with a demand within 48 hours to provide a response on what I did within the last week.
Talking about the last email that was sent where he wanted to know what you did this week. You know why he wanted that, by the way? I thought it was great because we have people that don't show up to work and nobody even knows if they work for the government. So by asking the question, tell us what you did this week, what he's doing is saying, are you actually working?
Their fury at being asked to explain their spending only goes to show how public servants in the US have come to believe that it was their money that they were spending rather than the public's money. Now, I have absolutely no doubt that the same attitude exists right here in Australia. We desperately need a Department of Government Efficiency, but would you trust anyone in the major parties to run it? Now, the coalition, they were in power for 9 long years. Now, during that time, they expanded rather than reduced the size of the government. Now, we know by experience that the Liberals are no different from Labor. If the coalition wins the next election, and if they are given the task of cracking down on government waste, we may see some improvement around the edges, but the result will be marginal. Mark my words. After all, why would they investigate themselves and reveal the waste that they were responsible for? For real change, we need a disruptor.
What do we need now? What do we need? We need more of you to stand up, but not just you here. Everyone at home that's watching me speak tonight, you got to get involved in the political process. You got to join the party. You have to be involved. Otherwise, the people in that building there are going to continue to railroad you. I'm telling you the truth because I don't give a shit. I'll tell you why. Because I'm not a career politician. I don't care if I don't get re-elected next time. I don't care. What I care about is doing the right thing. That's what I care about. Sticking by my convictions. I am not for sale. I will not sell out to the highest bidder. I will not meet with the globalists and all the lobbyists in that building that twist people's arms. I won't do it. You think this place is righteous? This place is filthy, disgusting. It is rotten to the core. But you can fix it. You can fix it. You can make a difference. Be involved. Run for office next time. Support the right candidate. And for God's sake, stop voting for the Labor and the Liberal Party. They are no different. 2 rings on the same bird. Thank you. Thank you.
That's what Trump has done. That's what Elon Musk has provided. That's the only meaningful way that change will occur. And that is our challenge at the upcoming federal election. More of the same simply won't cut it. We must continue to challenge the status quo and to push back against what we are told is not possible. We have got a long way to go, but together we can save Australia. I'm Senator Alphabet for the United Australia Party.